Hello, everybody. Welcome to my March art chat, which is where I'm going to show you all of the art that I made during the month of March 2026. However, not all, because I'm not going to show my Tokyo sketchbook, which I have 3 spreads left, which I'm hoping to finish this weekend. If not today, maybe I'll record. Maybe I'll record finishing it. That might be fun. Anyway, I'm not going to show that. So that's a lot of things missing from March because I've worked on it, feels like exclusively. But I'm going to show you everything else that I did, which, is still some things. Where do I start? I think I showed my traveler's notebook journal in my Tokyo art supply haul video, and I have been loving this thing. I've been using it for a month, and it looks like I've been using it for a year. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. I just got this the other day, this tiny little pen. I was showing it at Art Hang Party. It's a, what is it? Mahjong, like the ones that you get on Amazon. Mahjong, sometimes called Moon Man. It's a Wayne Kai mini, and the ink just goes right into the barrel. And I have my green Kakimori ink in there, and it is absolutely beautiful. But I just saw it tucked in here. It takes up 0 space. And yeah, but what I'm going to show you is some things that I have done in here because it was part of my art day. So I swatched out all of my Holbein watercolors. So these are all of the Holbeins that I own. I think there's 24 of them, and I think this palette is I think it's complete. I don't know that I would need to add anything else to it. I'm very happy with the colors that I have. I also have the full 24 set of granulating colors, just little samples that I got from Olinda. Thanks again, Olinda. But these 4 that live in my palette with everything else are just a really nice compliment. So, yeah, this is lovely. I am going to flip through. Let me actually grab my self-portrait sketchbook before I forget. I'll flip through my self-portraits at the end because I have done one for every day. But I'll do that at the end just because I feel like this month is a little bit all over the place. I also swatched out my Winsor and Newton, Turner, and Holbein gouache. Not gouaches that I don't reach for gouache a lot these days, but they're there when I want them. I do have one set of the Holbein Iridori. I think I don't know, I think it's either the spring or summer set. But yeah, there's that. I've swatched out almost all of my color pencils. This doesn't include the Derwent drawing pencils or Inktense pencils. So these are mostly Prismacolor, Prismacolor Premier Color pencils. No color information whatsoever, but just a really satisfying page. When I got that little mini fountain pen, I wanted to figure out what ink I was going to put in it, so I swatched out and had to refill actually a lot of my fountain pens. So these are all of the fountain pens that I have with the different inks in them. I do have the platinum carbon in a bunch of them. But yeah, I ended up putting the Kakimori ink in the little mini, and it's very cute. I still want to swatch out my brush pens and my Neocolors, even though I'm halfway through this journal insert. It's still fun to play, I wrote out this quote. Made a point of saying, of making sure that I showed this quote. I think it's really, really a good one, and it sticks in my head every time I look at a complicated scene or when I'm out on plein air, and it just looks like what you're looking at is very daunting. And it's just a quote from Claude Monet that basically, you can pause it and read it if you can read my handwriting, but it's just a reminder to look at things in terms of shapes and color. And then the scene will show up in front of you. Yeah, on your page. So that is inside my my well-loved, brand new traveler's notebook. Okay, now I think I'm going to do things in date order, that as much as I can. Starting with an art hang party. So Art Hang Party is a weekly live hour-ish long art making session full of fast-paced drawing and a lot of fun that I host here on YouTube every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Everyone is welcome, whether, what do I say? It's your first time drawing or you're a seasoned professional. And it's just really lovely. Every week is a different theme. And the first Thursday of every month, we travel somewhere with an Art Hang Party friend. And this week, the 5th of March, we went to Tokyo. If you don't know, I was in Tokyo during February for 8 days. I have an art supply haul video up on my channel. I have a little vlog. And soon a sketchbook tour. And these are what we drew during that art hang party. And that's it for this sketchbook for the month. I'm looking for dates. Okay, I guess we go in here. Another art hang party. This one was a build a cafe scene, and the build a scenes at art hang party are really fun. So we start with one reference, which would have been a drink sitting on a table, and then we add another reference, and then we add another reference, and then we keep adding references until our scene fills up. And this one we did two scenes, and I kind of blended them together. Actually, the second scene was a little quick because I think we were like going for way long and I was losing steam, so I sped things up. And that's the only thing I did in this sketchbook. I'm really looking forward to finishing my Tokyo sketchbook so that I can get back into like a variety of art making during my art time instead of just focusing on the one subject, which has been really good because it prolongs the trip, but also a variety is quite nice. I think that kind of fits. Okay, this is from an introvert drawing club session that I joined live, finally able to join a live session. And this was on March the 15th. And Beth Spencer runs these through her Substack, Introvert Drawing Club. And she has 2 live sessions a month over on Zoom. So you can check out introvertdrawingclub.com. She's actually taking April off, but yeah, normally it's 2 sessions a month. And the theme for this was mother and baby animals, obviously. And I used Neocolor 2s, which was very nice and very fun. I really like the elephants there. And then because I had no space left on this spread, and there was one more reference, I grabbed my cheap dollar store paint sticks and just had a lot of fun playing and layering and creating this. And I think this is a lot of fun. A little bit silly, but a lot of fun. So that was a very lovely session. Again, only thing in this sketchbook. And I think this sketchbook is very, very close to being done. So I'm looking forward to doing a sketchbook tour of this one because I started it in 2024. So ask me what's at the beginning of this, and I couldn't tell you. So I'm looking forward to revisiting that one and should probably make a point of finishing it very soon. Okay, I'm going to continue with the sketchbooks, and then I have one other thing to show you after that. Actually, 2 things. I bought some Winsor Newton drawing inks. I bought a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And this was just me swatching them out. I did actually record the process of swatching these, and I haven't done anything with that footage yet, so maybe I'll just compile a bit more clips and things and make a vlog. But they're pretty fun. I haven't done anything with them really since I swatched this out, but I should make a point of keeping them out and accessible so that I can use them. I think they'll be really fun to use with the dip pens, and then also as paint to paint with, but with ink. So that's cool. Another art hang party, which was March 19th, where we drew snakes. We did 6 snakes. I have 5 here. I have 1 set aside to send to somebody, but I used all of my granulating watercolors and watercolor, but I tried to focus on the granulating ones. For these, we had 10 minutes per snake. That one has some fun gold added to it. I actually want to do like a wash of the gold over top to even add like a full iridescence to the snake, so I have to remember to do that. Another fun gold one. This one I started with the gold on the body and then I added paint on top, so that's pretty fun. Who knew snakes were so beautiful? Hey? I had no idea. It was really fun looking for colorful snakes for references. And well done to anybody who showed up to paint with us. I think that's almost it. So my sister and nieces were over for a sleepover last weekend, and I had collected a whole bunch of brochures, pamphlets, ephemera, and things from Japan. And my sister does some junk journaling, and I was interested to see kind of how that works and how she does it. I feel like I need a theme for mine, like more collage. Like this one is obviously a collage, but my niece gave me the prompt of fruit bowl, so I built a fruit bowl with a whole bunch of things from my stash, and then I just started pasting things randomly on a page. So I think my plan is to find things that match. This is a Sophie McPike page. It felt bad, like wrong, to cut up some of her prints, but they've been sitting in a box for years, so I thought it would be okay to do that. And I think it's going to be a really fun page as things get added to it. This is a Charlotte Hamilton part of her postcard, a postcard that she gave me. This is from the Hobonichi store. This is a print from Olinda's Artistic Oddities. Just bought some new pillows from IKEA, and these are from the package that it was wrapped in, so I'll do something with that. Cake wrapper. So I think like this is just going to be a fun little, if I need, if I find something cute paper-wise, I can just paste it in here. This page is really fun. So this is from the Traveler's Times handout that they gave me when I bought my notebook, and then I just cut out all of the little journals, and they didn't all fit on the page, so I created a little folder and stick them in there. I just think it's really cute. I don't know. I think this could be fun. Lee Alexson postcard, a Melanie Chadwick postcard, some of the Winsor Newton drawing ink packaging, a bag from an art store, a bag from like a department store, more from the Traveler's Times. I need to glue that back down. This will be a purple page. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, and of course, this guy, which just brings me a lot of joy. This is just a little Jackson's A6 sketchbook, and it's really fun and really cute. So there's that. I also made, during a Zoom session with Jennifer Calieris, who runs the Books Are My People podcast and Substack, I wanted somewhere to keep track of what I read. I do use, what is it? Story book, story, whatever, the story thing that you use to track your reading. I'm going to sneeze. Yes, so I've been tracking what I read, but I always forget about the books, and I don't really remember very much about them because I listen to them and then I'm on to the next one, and then I listen to it and I'm on to the next one, and I don't really pause to think about it, even though I'm thinking about it all while I'm listening to it. So I made this little stamp so that I can track um, what I read. And I've been on a Sophie Kinsella kick. I just finished Finding Audrey, which was a little outside of my rom-com wheelhouse. It was about a teenager with anxiety, and I was surprised that I continued to listen to it because I don't like listening to, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I take on other people's anxieties if I hear too much about it. But yeah, it was cute and short, and it was okay. 2.5 stars out of 5. Not my favorite. Anyway, so I'm going to write a little bit about that. And this is just a notebook from the Hobonichi store. I bought 2 3-packs of these books, just little different color covers, because they were cute, and they were like, I don't even know if they were $5 a pack for 3 little notebooks. So yeah, that's my plan for tracking. And I wanted to find, Hobonichi has a little book stamp, or like, I guess it's a journal. But I couldn't really find one locally, and I didn't buy it when I was at the store. So yeah, I made myself a little a little book. We'll see how long I use it. But yeah, and I was contemplating incorporating this into my regular journal, but I think I like the idea of having it as a separate place, to track my reading. And then the last thing is I did some sewing, and I made this bag. It's called the Little Bucky Bag by Layla Makes. It's a free pattern that you can download. I'll put the link in the description. But it's like a craft bag. It has 4 pockets on the outside. What do I have in here? Oh, I have some applique patches. Some things I think Olinda shared with me. Oh, my Art Hang Party washi tape, which is available if you would like it, linked in the description. I do have new stickers coming. New Art Hang Party and Art Hang Party related stickers. So yeah, there's 4 pockets on the outside. I decided to quilt using the leftover quilt from my jacket that I made. Also leftover from my camera bag that I made. I just had that in here. I just took it out. 4 pockets on the inside. I didn't quilt the inside because it is the inside. And this is just a 100% cotton sheet from IKEA. So that I bought specifically for sewing purposes. Yeah, so nice big open space in the middle. Lots of pockets to tuck things in. Lots of pockets on the outside. I feel like this will make a great plein air bag. So if I don't know what art supplies I want to take outside when we go to sit in the park, or if I go out on an art date, I can just fill this up and take it. I added in these little metal carabiner things so that I could add this strap that I made. I made this strap actually for the camera bag that I took to Japan, and I had these rings sewn here, so I need to re-sew on another set of rings so that I can just switch it over. I also have like a leather purse strap that I use as a camera strap that I could probably use to replace this, and it might look a little less random, but I kind of like the randomness of my paracord strap that I macrameed and things. Yeah, so I think this is going to be a really fun bag to take out and for outdoor art and things. Also would be really nice for knitting. I did end up making my sister one as well because she does a lot of crocheting. So I thought it would be nice for her to have as like a bag where she can keep all of her stuff in and then take this to work if she wants to knit on her breaks or crochet on her breaks and things. I did add some pins. So these are all pins that Belinda sent to me. Yeah, so I have to add in some of these patches. I think I have a couple more that will look really cute, just to, make it extra fun. But I really loved making this bag. It was really fun to make, to sew, once you cut out all the pattern pieces. And yeah, it's covered in cat hair. Just super proud of the quality of my sewing, and I feel like I'm just continuing to get better and better at sewing, which is really fun. If you've been thinking about sewing and you haven't started yet, I highly suggest that you do it because it is a literal superpower. I say that a lot, but I truly believe it. Oh my gosh, my self-portraits. I almost forgot. This is a fun project that I've been working on since May 2024. And I'm coming up to the end of my second year. And as I'm flipping through, I'm going to ask for your help. So I'll just flip through all of the self-portraits from March. This is the Hobonichi Techo 5-year journal. I bought them. I bought two of them, one for me, one for Ray, in 2021. And so I'm coming up to the end of the second one that we have. Like, this was Ray's, and he never used it, and I never used mine, which I used for last year. I love the paper in here. I love the size. It's an A6 size. And I love that there's a date on the page, because without the date on the page, I can 100% tell you I wouldn't have gone more than like 2 days of daily self-portraits when I first started. The date is a must-have for me. I'm looking for an alternative to this. I can't seem to find the 5-year right now. Probably timing is off because, we're in April and they probably sold out. And the ones that I can find are like over $100, and I'm just not into spending that much money. I know Hobonichi has a daily journal where they have like 1 day per page, which I'm okay with. So that is top in the running for the replacement, because it's basically the same paper, same format, but it's like, 16, 17. And I'm okay with that because, as you can see, I really only use 1 page for the most part. But if you have any suggestions of an alternative to this, I would be happy to hear it. So I've asked over on the Art Hang Party Discord, and I asked over on Substack. I got one recommendation for a hemlock and oak planner, which those look beautiful. But if you have any suggestions for something that I can use for my daily self-portrait that has the date on the page and is around the A6 size, because I think this size is easily doable for 1 day, like for one thing a day. It's not too big, it's not too small, like it's just really nice. It's a really nice size, I find. Oh, this was an art hang party where we collaged faces, and I decided to do a self-portrait. I've also been thinking about, those tear-off Japanese calendars or Chinese calendars that are more kind of horoscope in theme. I've been thinking about those too, but those have a lot more going on the page. So I would have to work against that, which I think could be really fun. Or not. If you have any recommendations for what I can use to replace my 5-year Hobonichi Techo that has similar paper, ideally similar paper. This is the Tomoe River something paper. So like it's really thin Japanese paper. It's a light cream color, so it's not fully white, which I think is really nice. It does have a bit of a grid on it, which honestly I just ignore and blends in to the background for me. I rarely notice it when I'm working over top of it. So I'd be okay if it was blank. I'd be okay if it was gridded. I'd be okay if it was dotted, but I do not want lined. I hate lined paper. Yeah. So if you know of anything similar, like I said, the one that I think I might get if I don't find something better is the 1 page per day Habanichi. I don't know what it's called, but I think it comes in A6 and it's 1 page per day and very similar to this. So that would be the most obvious replacement. Still not cheap. Like I think it's still $50. But if this is something that I want to continue and I'm flip-flopping, I think last month I said I wasn't continuing, but now that it's getting really close to the end of May or to the beginning of May, like I only have that many days left until I need a new book. So the crunch time is here. If I can't find anything, I'm not going to continue. If I don't find the right thing, I'm probably not going to continue. But I kind of want to continue because it's been 2 years. And it's just like I have another one of these completely filled. And I would like to continue, I think. Part of me does, and then another part of me is like, but some day, like a lot of days you just phone it in, so is it really worth continuing? But I think even on the days where I phone it in, I think it still kind of tells a story about my mood and what I was feeling that day. So I think it is really something that I need to continue. That's a lot of blather. I just did that one today, which I think is quite nice, aside from my gigantic nostril. Anyway, this is my daily self-portraits. I will ask one more time if you have any recommendations for either similar or something completely different. I'd be open to something completely different. Let me know. Let me know your wild ideas because I know you guys have some. So let me know. I would appreciate it. And yes, okay, that is officially everything that I did with the exception of my Tokyo sketchbook during March. I always like to pick a favorite, and I think it's probably no surprise to anybody that it is my little Bucky bag. I haven't used it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it once the weather starts getting a little bit nicer. Yeah, so that is my favorite. If you have a favorite of anything that I made this month, let me know. I'd love to hear it. And again, let me know if you worked on any projects that you're really excited about or continuing to be excited about, or if you have anything exciting coming up. I would love to hear it. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I will see you very soon, hopefully, with a Tokyo sketchbook tour or a video finishing my Tokyo sketchbook. Or maybe that will be part of a vlog. I don't know. You'll see it when it happens, but I'll see you soon. Okay.